Hi everyone. So today I want to share with you the story of how I manifested my job using the law of attraction back in 2015. And there are two reasons why I am filming this video right now. Number one is that this video will be permanently living inside my manifestation membership program, which is a monthly/yearly subscription program. So this is just so that you can get a taste of what you can expect from that membership. And if you find this content useful, if this puts you in the right frame of mind, then definitely sign up. I will leave a link to my manifestation membership program down below, so check it out. And secondly, I'm currently in the process of ending this chapter of my life. I'm releasing this job, I'm letting go of this job, and I'm very, very excited about this next chapter in my life. And I just wanted to, once and for all, I just wanted to actually remind myself how I manifested it. It was nothing short of a miracle, and I also wanted to share it with you guys so that this will actually help you decode the exact law of attraction process step by step, and it might inspire some of you. And even if it helps one person out there, then my job here is done. So 2015, I was living in London. I was married back then, and I moved from India to London to be with my ex-husband. And I left India with pretty much nothing, no contacts, no job in hand, nothing. I went to be with my ex-husband. So after a few months, I was ready for something new in my life. And from the outside, my life seemed pretty perfect, but from the inside, I was pretty unhappy and miserable. So I had a lot of time on my hands, and I used to go to the high street very frequently. And my favorite store in the entire country was TK Maxx, and I used to go to the local TK Maxx very frequently. So one day, as I was browsing through TK Maxx, I saw this beautiful black Alexander Wang backpack, and I fell in love. It was 500 pounds or something like that, and I really wanted that bag. But I didn't have any of my own money, so I decided that I'm not gonna ask anybody for the money. I could have asked my partner, my ex, at that point, and he would have bought the bag for me, but I just wanted to be able to buy whatever the hell I wanted to buy without asking my dad or without asking my ex or whatever, right? So it was very simple. It was like I was quite irritated and frustrated. I was like, I need to have enough money, I need to earn enough money so that if I want a bloody designer bag or whatever, however frivolous it may seem, I should be able to get that for myself. Okay, so this is key because this is the desire, this is the motivating factor. So a desire that comes from your heart, from your soul, is divine, and you should never ever question it. You should never ever question it, and you should never ever think that it's wrong, because it's not. Because really, this desire then helped me to leap, to quantum leap, and to manifest so much more, right? Not just a job, not just that bag, but so much more, which I'm going to share with you in a minute. And so there I decided that I am getting a black backpack. I don't know if I'll be able to get this exact one, but I'm getting a similar black backpack. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get a job no matter what, and that decision was made. And I have highlighted this before as well in my previous videos, that your decision is absolute key. I mean, this is the point. A decision is the point from where things really start to fall in place, things really start to happen, things start to move, things start to change. And how do you know you have made a decision? Is when you feel from within there is this inner knowing, okay, I got this, I've done it. Energetically, I've already got the job, I've already bought the bag. In your head, somewhere on some other energetic plane, it is done, the deed is done. And there's a lot of peace and confidence, inner confidence, that comes from making that decision. Okay, so I allowed myself to desire this bag, and I decided that I'm gonna get a bag no matter what. Okay, so the decision was made. It's time to get a job in London. Now, I at this point was very unhappy. Generally, I was quite miserable, and late one night I was just watching YouTube randomly, and my searches were something like, why am I so and my searches were something like, why am I so unhappy? Why am I so miserable? Why am I not confident? And one thing led to another, and the next thing is that I found The Secret, the movie. The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, the movie. And I'm guilty, I did not buy this movie. I actually watched it multiple times on YouTube it was still available back then. I don't think it's available now. And this movie changed my life. Like, I knew about the law of attraction, I knew the basic concept, I knew about the book, I knew about Alchemist, I had read Alchemist as well. But the way the movie explained it, my life changed. From that moment on, I was like, oh my God, I was 30, I think, at that point. I was like, oh my God, you know, I have been doing life wrong. Like, nobody told me. Why did no one tell me that this is how you're supposed to live? And I did a complete 180 degree. I changed, completely changed. From one day I was this miserable person, next day I was the most positive person ever, to the point I think it scared my friends and my family. And I think that is it. You have to really put your blinders on and forget everyone else and be the most positive person on this planet. And when your family and your friends think you've lost the plot, you've gone crazy, congratulations, you're on the right track. Okay, so I was super duper positive. Now, what happens when you're really positive and in a good frame of mind is that the opportunities that were always there, you don't notice them. If you're always miserable and if you're not in a positive mindset, you don't notice them. They could be right under your nose, but you just don't see them because you're so consumed with your misery, right? And when you're in the right frame of mind, you're relaxed, you're calm, you're full of gratitude, you're happy, you notice all things amazing in life. Okay, so I got myself in the right mindset, and with that I got clear, what is it that I want? So I was very clear that I wanted a part-time job. I wanted something local, something I could walk to and back. And I wanted ideally I wanted something to do with social media, content, etc. Okay, so I said, yes, that would be ideal. But let's say that's not possible. I'm even open to working on the high street. Like, if I have to work in a coffee shop, so be it. If I have to work behind a counter, so be it. I was very open at this point, and I said, I just need to make my own money so that I can buy my own stuff, whatever, bags, clothes, shoes, and that is it. So then the nudge came to take inspired action, and the obvious action was to update my CV and circulate it. So I actually went to the local high street. I circulated my CV wherever it said, in whichever shop it said vacancy or staff wanted or whatever. I went and I circulated my CV, not knowing at that point if anything at all would come out of it. I did it anyway, and after watching The Secret, I did it in a very happy, positive mindset. I did it with a very happy and positive mindset. Right. So that very same day, I came home, and at night I was looking for, a particular product from La Roche-Posay, which is a French brand, and this product wasn't available in the local booths. So I started Googling French pharmacy in Enfield. So Enfield is where we used to live. French pharmacy in Enfield. And you know what came up? The first thing that came up was jobs in Enfield, love your doorstep Enfield. So Love Your Doorstep is a local community, online community in Enfield, and that is where people come and share their stories, and local businesses promote themselves, and sometimes they also, if they have jobs, if they have vacancies, they also talk about those jobs and they post it on the board. So I opened that page, and the first thing on that page was social media assistant, Enfield, my same exact postcode. So literally this was 10 minutes away from home, and I did not even look for it, guys. Like, this job was manifesting me. This is how crazy the law of attraction can be sometimes, right? So again, I saw the opportunity and I went for it. I seized it. Immediately, I got their email address, I wrote to them, I sent my CV, and I had scheduled a meeting for the next day or something like that. I don't remember. So I got that meeting with this company. In the meantime, I also got a call from this new shop that was opening in the high street. It was a perfume shop, and the manager called me and said, come for an interview. I went for that interview and I got it. On the spot, I got that job. So they were ready to get me on board immediately, but I was more keen on this social media job, right? So I said, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go and I'm gonna try my best. If I get this job, great. If I don't, I always have this job on the high street that is available to me. So I just opened myself up, and that's it. I went for the interview and it was amazing, and I went for another round and then I got the job. So the timeline, I want to give you the timeline of this whole process. I must have seen The Secret, the movie, maybe on the 19th of August, and I had the job by 1st September. So it was that quick, guys. It's really that quick. And the one thing that I would say is that I was super duper happy and positive, and people actually thought I was going insane. People were actually worried about me. People were actually thinking that I've lost the plot. And like I said before, you have to sometimes just ignore everyone else, put your blinders on and stay in your lane and do the shiz. Be the most positive person ever. Be in the right frame of mind, because from that frame of mind, anything and everything is possible. So I manifested this job from the most positive place. I was in a really good place, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and even physically. So this job has served me really well. It has lasted me almost 8 years, and in these 8 years a lot happened, but this job always remained my constant. Okay, it was my safe space. So from London I moved to the countryside. So from London I moved to the countryside, I still had the job. From the countryside I moved back to India, I separated, I still had the job. I went through a divorce, I still had the job. COVID happened, I still had the job. And during all of these years, I was doing a lot of inner work. I became a certified life coach, and I was working on my own self. I was healing myself, I was working on my traumas, I was doing my inner work. So like I said before, it really was the safe space that I needed. I needed for a while to just hide behind my laptop and not be seen, not be heard, because I was working on myself. And I was also able to be there for my family during all these years, and it has been amazing. And this job also gave me that flexibility to just be there for my family, follow my dreams, work on myself and everything else. And now, as I'm transitioning, as I'm moving out of the job, I'm releasing it, I'm letting it go. I think it's a beautiful time to just tell my story so that it can inspire some of you people out there, hopefully. Because just listening to myself right now is inspiring me, it's making me very, very, very happy. Because this job, manifesting this job, was just like a miracle, and it has been the most beautiful 8 years, right? And I also got to work with some of the best people, co-workers, colleagues, and my boss and his wife. They are the most amazing people. So I'm very, very grateful that I was able to manifest this and make this last for 8 years, okay? And I'm super duper excited for this next chapter in my life, and I'm actually ready to talk about my story, share it with you all. So hopefully it can help some of you out there. So what else did I want to say? I want to recap this whole process for you. So step number 1 is to have the desire. Do not question your desire, respect your desire, honor your desire, love your desire. Desire is literally the key, the jump, the motivating factor, right? If you don't have a desire, you are not going to be motivated, okay? You have to have desires, like desires from your heart. Like you really have to want them, and you have to love them, and you have to respect them, and you have to allow yourself to have those desires, because those desires will then help you decide. Okay, decide that you're going to get it no matter what. Open yourself up to the opportunities, right? Get in the right frame of mind, get in the most positive frame of mind, be positive, be happy. And you cannot fake being happy or being positive. You really have to get there. So this is something you have to figure out. I mean, there's so much amazing content online now. There's music, there's dancing, there's listening to a positive book, or then sometimes you have to also get off social media. You have to also cut off negative people from your life, okay? And when people think you have lost the plot, you are so positive, people are getting scared, congratulations, you're on the right track. So remain in that mindset, and then when the opportunity presents itself, seize the opportunity, take inspired action, do it, do it, do it. Whatever you're being called to do, take that action. And you know what? The best part is that this action doesn't have to be very tedious, or it doesn't feel burdensome. It doesn't feel like work. It almost feels like play. It feels like fun. It feels like flow. It feels like naturally it's happening, and you don't have to really make a lot of effort. In a way, it's effortless. And that, okay, so you've done that. You've taken the steps. You've taken the inspired action, and remain positive. Like, between my first interview and me getting the confirmation, I was just the most positive person ever. I was actually preparing myself for office every day. I was deciding what outfits I'll wear, and this is where absolutely everyone around me thought I had lost the plot, but it's okay. So yeah, so stay positive and it will unfold. So when it shows up, just thank the universe and receive it. And that is it. That is my little story of how I manifested this job way back in 2015. And now I'm very, very super duper excited about the next chapter in my life. So like I mentioned before, this video will be permanently living inside my manifestation membership program. Check it out. I will leave the link down below. Check it out, sign up. And that is it for today's video. I will see you very soon with another one. Bye.